1945. On this day in 1945, Gen. Alfred Jodl, representing the German High Command, signed a document unconditionally surrendering all German military forces to take effect the following day, thereby all but ending World War II in Europe. The signing ceremony took place at Supreme Headquarters of the Allied Expeditionary Force, SHAEF, at Reims in northwestern France. But Japanese were still fighting Asia Pacific and they wouldn't surrender. So then, US bombs Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The United States detonated 2 nuclear bombs over the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki on August 6th and 9th, 1945, respectively. So it's this day Hiroshima and this day Nagasaki. So if you guys were wondering, what is a nuke bomb? An atom is the basic unit of matter. The nucleus of an atom is made of smaller particles called protons and neutrons. Other atomic particles called electrons surround the nucleus. Elements are the simplest chemical substances and consist of atoms that all have the same number of protons. In the 1930s, scientists showed that nuclear energy could be released from an atom, either by splitting the nucleus, fission, by fusing two smaller atoms to form a larger one, fusion. So this is an atom, the nucleus over here, the protons over here, the neutrons over here, and the electrons over here. There's a formula called E=mc², which all of you might know.
Wow, I didn't expect this, Gavin. Such a heavy scientific element in your presentation. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
I love it.
The impact of the 2 bombs. So impact on Hiroshima first. Some 70,000 to 80,000 people, around 30% of the population of Hiroshima at the time, were killed by the blast and resultant firestorm. And another 70,000 were killed. And another 70,000 were injured. It is estimated that as many as 20,000 Japanese military personnel were killed. U.S. surveys estimated that 4.7 square miles, 12 square kilometers of the city were destroyed. Impact on Nagasaki. Although the Nagasaki bomb was more powerful than the one used on Hiroshima, its effects were confined by hillsides to the narrow Urakami Valley. Of 7,500 Japanese employees who worked inside the Mitsubishi munitions plant, including mobilized students and regular workers, 6,200 were killed. So, the impact of the 2 bombs. These are the photos. So the Hiroshima aftermath is like this, and the Nagasaki aftermath is like this. But the most important thing is the radiation of both bombs lasted decades. So overall, the impact on Japanese. The destruction of Hiroshima should have brought an immediate Japanese surrender, but it did not. 3 days later, Nagasaki was obliterated. The 2 bombs made the obstinate Japanese government capitulate, ending World War II. The conclusion. The atomic bombing of Japan was a hugely significant final act of the most destructive global conflict in human history. Simultaneously, it signaled the dawn of the atomic age, the arms race between the US and the Soviet Union, and, before too long, the Cold War. Okay, I'm finished.